So yeah, I'm Stefan Pretorius at Ability Academy in Heidelberg. We on the border of Gauteng and the Free State, so just making the cut.
Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, so chat to us about Sebastian Ferreira. Just chat to us about his year, because he's had a very successful 2024. Talk to us, what was the goal setting going into 2024, and have you exceeded your expectations of the year?
Yes, so very interesting. We sat, me and his dad, and we laid out the year, because we've been wanting him to fight amateur prior his 18-year-old birthday, but he couldn't because he was too young, underage. So when the opportunity came, we were ready the next day when he turned 18. So we imagined him doing a few fights for 2024. We had all the events laid out in front of us, and it came out to him having 4 fights, winning all 4 of them. The first one was a national for nationals, and he won that, so he's like a national champion, and that was 2 years in a row. And then he started at Versus. He had 3 fights at Versus, and on the third one, we took the opportunity for a title. So the first 2, we were very strategic on the opponents, and on the last one, we jumped a little bit high with strategy, but we couldn't let the opportunity pass.
Yeah.
Because our aim was for him to only be a amateur champion at the end of 2025, and we over-exceeded with 12 months. Awesome. So yeah, but that also came with his discipline of training, because he is ready. That title fight was on a shorter notice. I think it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and he was able to do it because he was disciplined. He does everything to the book. He's young he's young in age, but also still young in the sport. He still has a lot of dreams, and his goals is big, and only every year it gets bigger and bigger. Like that same meeting we had again for next year, and our goals just exponentially grew from that last meeting, because we saw what he was able to do.
His fight with Jason McKay was very impressive. I think I also told him that a lot of people thought that Jason McKay was actually the favorite going into that fight. What was your thought process of going into that fight? You mentioned it was a risky fight, but was there a part of you that just knew his character and his hard work will pull him through?
My thought process on that fight for him as an athlete was to not skill for skill. I almost came to a point where I could say Jason is more skilled than Sebastian. He's more experienced than Sebastian. So I had to make peace with it, if I can say it like that. But I came to a point where we can break him. If one thing we can do, which his age or his experience won't help him, is if we can break him. And I think we did. I think in that fight, Sebastian was just relentless. He came forward. Jason hit him with a few good shots, one of those being that body kick, and Sebastian recovered very well from that. So that's why I knew, like, he has the endurance, he has the grind to grind out adversity in fights. So I knew the only thing going in with Jason McKay was just go.
Final question. Your final prediction for his title fight, Sebastian Ferreira defending his title against TJ Esterhuizen. From the coach, what is your final prediction on that fight?
On the way, actually, yeah, we said, listen, we are aiming for the mixed of the martial arts. So we will take any opportunity that there is. We're training for finishing with a TKO. We're training for a knockout. We're training for a submission, or we're training for a decision. So I don't actually care what the outcome is. We're not training for a specific outcome. We are training for a win. and we're gonna mix it, and however we get the win, and wherever we can expose TJ, we'll take that and get the victory.